dog.
Remember that documentary I told you about the coy wolves?
Mm-hmm.
Where they were talking about how like there are coyotes in every major city.
Oh,
we
yeah.
just don't see. They're so good at staying in the shadows and hiding, but they're everywhere.
There's a great book on it called Coyote America.
Oh man, they're everywhere, right?
Yeah, I had the author on the other day. It's an amazing story.
And are they just why don't they kill them? Is it a huge part of the ecosystem? Or?
They're just smart. This is the thing. Like when they killed off the wolves were the one thing that was kind of keeping the coyotes. What happened is gray wolves and coyotes don't breed, but coyotes breed with red wolves, which are East Coast wolves. So the coy wolves that you see are predominantly they're East Coast wolves that breed with coyotes.
But will a gray wolf breed?
They'll kill coyotes.
But will they breed with a coy wolf? Will they breed with a mixed?
No, they don't. It's a different. I guess a genus or subspecies.
Okay.
I'm not sure exactly what the term would be, but it's a different animal. And the coyote, when a coyote is basically a wolf, it's just a small wolf. And when coyotes get killed, what happens is they do roll call when they scream out at night sometimes. And when one of them's missing, it forces the female to have more babies. So they'll have larger litters. And then they spread their territory out. And so through persecution, like when they're trying to get them out of places, what they've made them do is expand to everywhere. And now coyotes are in every single city in North America.
Wow.
They're in New York City. Coyotes are in Boston. They're everywhere. And that wasn't the case 50, 60 years ago. It's like it's happened over the course of time where they keep just, get out of my lawn, bang, bang. They shoot them, and then the female coyote have more babies, and then you got a bigger problem.
And they were everywhere in L.A.
Yeah. But it's the way he was explaining it, it's an evolutionary thing because gray wolves, when they encountered coyotes, they would kill them. And so coyotes, in order to compete with the larger, more vicious gray wolves, they just had to have more babies. So they expand their territory and they have more babies. So this strategy of like persecuting them and chasing them down, killing them, it just makes more coyotes.
But isn't there not enough food for more coyotes?
They're eating everybody's cats.
Right.
They're eating cats and dogs. I mean, in L.A., that's like probably the number one reason why dogs and cats go missing. It's coyotes.
And if they're hungry enough, they'll walk right up to you and take your dog.
Oh, yeah. They snatch them off people's leashes, especially old people. Walking a little dog, what are you going to do? It's a little small wolf. It's a 30-pound wolf. Yeah. You ain't going to stop that thing from running off with your poodle.
And people, and the thing is, and if you was to hurt one of those wolves, one of those coyotes, even if it was attacking your dog, people would still be like,
they'd be mad at you.
Animal.
Yeah, you kill it. Yeah, people are weird when they don't have a real understanding of what wild animals are. They just have this like anthropomorphized Disney version of what animals are until you encounter one.
Right.
You hear about that guy in Arizona a couple days ago who got eaten by a bear?
No.
He got killed by a bear while he was having coffee. He's just camping out, having a good time, and this bear just runs up on him and starts fucking him up, and no one can do anything. No one had a gun. They're trying to stop it.
No one had a gun?
No one had a gun.
In Arizona?
In Arizona.
I didn't even know they had bears.
See if you can get the story. Yeah, they have black bears.
It's like a desert bear?
It's black bears. There's a lot of black bears in Arizona. Arizona's not all desert. There's a lot of woods in Arizona. Arizona man was mauled to death by a black bear in a rare, unprovoked attack. So he's just out there camping, and the guy just fucking drinking his coffee, and this bear runs up on him. From multiple witness accounts and preliminary investigation of the scene, Mr. Jackson had been sitting having a coffee at a table on his property where he was building a home. Oh, I thought he was camping. The sheriff's office, so that's what the camper is. So the camper is just like where he's operating out of. The sheriff's office said in a Facebook post, adding, it was a remote, heavily wooded area. It appears a male black bear attacked Mr. Jackson, taking him unaware, and dragged him approximately 75 feet down an embankment. Neighbors heard Jackson screaming, tried to help through shouts and car horns, but the bear did not release him until a neighbor shot him with his rifle. Oh, so some guy did shoot him. But unfortunately, at that time, Mr. Jackson succumbed to his horrible injuries. Oh, my God. That's the thing about black bears. Black bears are more likely to be predatory attacks.
But imagine not starting with the gun. I mean, that's the first thing. Shoot it.
You know, I mean, you got to probably run back to his house and get the gun. Maybe the gun was in a safe. Maybe.
That's tough. How does a bear catch you unawares?
They can do it, man, if they're hungry. So if that bear was predatory, that means that bear was really hungry.
So it was like sneaking?
Yeah. They smell you. Maybe he was cooking.
Imagine a stealthy bear. That's one of the scariest things on the planet.
Well, if the dude had coffee, maybe he had breakfast before he had coffee, and the smell of the breakfast was coming out of his little camper.
Yeah.
That's how you get when they bait bears. They burn things and put things in the air to get the bears to come. Like when they bait them with like donuts and shit like that. They do that in certain places where it's heavily wooded areas, and literally the only way to hunt black bears is to bait them. So you set up bait stands and you consistently feed those bears at that spot all the time. Like you drop by food, every couple times a week.
Oh, and then they
they know that that's the spot, and so then you go and you wait in front of that spot. It's very dirty. It's a dirty game.
Sometimes what are they there waiting on your ass?
Sometimes they are.